Hey there, lovelies. What's up? How are you? I hope all is well. Now, so part of being a sideline prep coach is making sure that we monitor and assess our sideline prep lovelies as often as we can. So one thing that we do is we try to attend as many prep classes or workshops or prep clinics in the area that we possibly can and basically stare at our lovelies to give them tips and give them advice. So last week I shared with you 5 of our items on our top 10 personal pet peeves at prep class list. Try to say that a couple of times fast. So I'm super excited because in this video, I am going to share with you our top 5 list of our personal pet peeves at prep class. So if you have not watched the other video, there is a link below. I want to make sure that you watch that video because I go through number 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6. So you're going to want to make sure that you check that out. And also, if you want the complete list, there's a link below where you can download our checklist of our entire top 10 personal pet peeves at prep classes. Now, as a reminder, this list was not just developed by me, but I did reach out to some of my sideline prep coaches and also coaches in the industry just to kind of get their feedback. And that's why the list grew. That's why it's a list of our top 10 and not just 2 or our top 5. So let's just get right into it. So, number 5, correct your face. So here's what I mean by that, and you probably already know that, but you have to be very mindful of what this looks like at all times. When you register, when you're walking downstairs, when you are waiting for the prep class to start, when you are talking to people, when you are learning, when you are dancing, and then even after the prep class is over. Be very mindful of what your face looks like. You want to make sure that you have a pleasant face while you're learning. I understand that you may not be all smiles and full out facials while you're learning because you're concentrating, but you still want to have a pleasant face. What you do not want is what we call an RBF, a resting face. You don't want that. And unfortunately, just some women, when their face is resting, it doesn't look very pleasant. So if that's you, just be mindful of that and try to crack a smile and have a pleasant face while you are learning. Obviously, you need to have facials while you are dancing. This is beyond important, and you want to make sure that your facials match the move in which you're doing. So if it's a hip hop type move and you're getting low and kind of into it, you don't want to be smiling all bright. And then if it's a sexy move, you obviously want more of a sexy, sensual facial. So just be mindful of that as well. And then be aware of your surroundings. So if there's a camera around and they're taking pictures or even video, you want to make sure that you are on because you never know what they could snap or you never know what they could get on video. So make sure that you're smiling and again that you just look very pleasant. Number 4 pet peeve, not taking or listening to corrections. So what I mean by that is if a coach or a director or even a vet takes a moment of their time to give you a correction, you should be flattered. So what you want to make sure that you do is say thank you and then show them that you mean thank you by actually absorbing and taking that correction and implementing that immediately. Now, maybe the correction wasn't specifically for you, but you also want to make sure that you're listening to the corrections that are given so that you can implement that correction as well. So be very mindful of that and then make sure you say thank you when someone takes the time to give you a correction. Number 3, pet peeve, giving up on yourself. So what do I mean by that? Let's say that the choreography is very difficult or the across the floor combination is, a little bit more advanced than what you're used to. Don't give up on yourself. Keep pushing, keep fighting. If you need to, step out of the line and maybe a vet can help you. If that's not an option, then just push through it. Do the best that you can. Coaches and directors understand that there are varying levels of skill that come into those prep classes. They don't expect everyone to be a super dynamite technical dancer and to be able to pick up choreography immediately. But what they do expect is for you to give 110% and for you to not give up on yourself. This also goes for like across the floor technique. You want to make sure that you complete the entire sequence, and even though you might be getting to the end, continue all the way until the end, until you literally do not have any more room. If you stop early, that kind of signals or kind of gives notice that you're unsure of yourself or that you're giving up on yourself. So please just make sure that you took the time to attend the prep class, so don't give up on yourself. Okay. Number 2 pet peeve, not trying to or striving to improve. I don't even know how to stress the importance of this. Like I said before, coaches and directors understand and know that not everyone is going to be the best dancer or have the best facials or have the best kicks or the best turns. But what is important is that you are there to learn and that you are there to improve. So if you're not trying to improve, if you're not trying to become a better dancer or a better performer, then why are you there? Why waste your time? Why waste your energy? And why waste a space on the floor that someone else could be using? So really make sure that you are constantly looking to absorb and sponge any and everything that you can from other dancers in the room, and just understand and know that coaches understand that. They understand that you're not going to necessarily bring your A game every single time, but they really just want to make sure that you're giving 110%, like I said before. Also, you don't want to be too cautious. If you're gonna mess up strong. If you're gonna go out in a group and have to perform the routine, perform strong. Just do your absolute best. And that's all that matters at the end of the day, that you gave 110% and that you're having fun doing it. All right, my number 1 of the top 10 personal pet peeves at prep classes. This is by far one of the things that annoys me the most, and I think it's because of the line of work that I'm in, that I actually work with lovelies to help them improve. My number 1 pet peeve is coming to prep classes this year not looking any better than you looked the prior year. So not improving from the prior year. And so why this is so important is because if you really want to show the coaches and the directors that you mean business and that you're serious about making their team, then they need to see that you have improved from the prior year. You didn't make the team for a reason, and hopefully you tried to get feedback, or maybe you couldn't and you are doing some self-reflection and you kind of know what you're missing. You want to arrive that next year looking your absolute best, feeling your absolute best, improving your dance style, your technique, whatever OFI you have. You want to make sure that the coaches are like, oh my gosh, did you see Susie Q? She looks amazing. Oh my gosh, did you realize that Emily didn't even have a single pirouette last year and now she is almost up to a triple? That's the type of conversation that you want the coaches and the directors to have about you. Yes, that takes work. Yes, that takes time. Yes, that takes dedication. Yes, that means you need to get up off of the couch and go to dance classes for that entire year as much as you can to make sure that you just improve in any area that you know maybe prevented you from making the team the prior year. All right, so that completes out the top 10 personal pet peeves at prep class list. That is hard to say. If you, like I said, if you did not get number 10 through 6, be sure to watch that video. I'll be sure to include a link to that. And be sure to download our checklist. That way you will have our entire top 10 personal pet peeves list at your disposal, so you know exactly what not to do the next time you go to a prep class. If you have any pet peeves that you think should be added to our list, please be sure to comment and share below as well. We would love to hear from you. And as you know, you can find us at sidelineprep.com, email us at info@sidelineprep.com, and then be sure to follow us on social media because that's where everything is happening. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All right, that is all for now. I am Janine Samuel signing off for Sideline Prep and all of our Sideline Prep coaches, wishing you success in all that you do. Make it a great day, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.